Hey, this is my house. I call it my house, it's not actually my house, and my parents moved in after I left home, so it's really not my house, but it's not Hellhead, which seems to mean something, because it's carnage. Woo. This is like, I don't even think about how many clothes I own, and how many fucking books I own. Blah. Yeah. So, yeah, I was thinking about it. I was actually going to structure this completely differently, and I had this idea of talking about politics, and but it touched on stuff that was really sensitive, like the Holocaust, and I wanted to be really careful because I didn't want to get flagged as being like abusive or whatever, because it wasn't going to be. But it's really hard to talk about the Holocaust. My mouth, by the way, is wine stained because I've had wine. Yeah. So, but then, so I started thinking about, like, just the fact that I know I've already gone over the way, filming things doesn't alter an event, the way people are putting on an act to a certain extent anyway, and you don't really alter that by, being present with the camera, but in a way you then kind of do, because there was a recent, well, it wasn't a recent event, but it's going to look recent to you, because of the way I'm going to edit this. What's happening? Why is there a little flickering about stuff? Are we worried about outerwear yet? I'm going out, yeah.
I don't know, I think you should go round.
Yeah. They will come back up.
But I did.
So, right?
This is where we're at. Where are we? We're in Fyfe somewhere. Don't know where. We're lost. It's quite scary. It's the bras.
It really is. It's very, very, very full of bras. Yeah.
It's quite scary.
I went to this party. I was invited, actually. So it's my friend. But some people who've seen it, the footage from it, say that it looks as though we weren't invited.
But it seems okay. Like, people we know who don't know. They're all in like the top shop. Jack Will. We don't know them.
And we got to do this whole thing of being proletarian invaders of a sort of czarist banquet. And it was really hilarious at the time. And it only occurred to me afterwards that I might have offended a few people with it. But I'm not sure that I did. I mean, it's really hard to tell from the way people behave about it. And with the Brits being so inversely snobbish, it was more that I'd implied that they were posh when they weren't, or something like that. Which is like, whatever. We're still here. That's a lot of hairspray.
Kevin Lang in the corner.
Okay. I'm done.
Let's steal his braces.
It's going to be in my documentary. When is definitely going to happen? As soon as I write editing software. guess it was more just like we were going to a party at Hillhead that wasn't broken up by wardens. Like the wardens came up, looked round, left, because everyone was in fucking suits and shit. Which is very unusual for us. Yeah, so it's more... But that's natural, like editing changes an event. To me that's still natural. Memory changes an event, doesn't it? Like when you remember something, you edit it. Sometimes to show yourself in a favourable light, but not always. But whatever you do, the process of remembering is like artificial. Conflict for me between like other people's ideas of what it is to be an arsehole and my idea of what it is to be an arsehole. But I'm not saying it in, like, you know, there's those people that are like, oh, the thing about me is I'm just honest, I just speak my mind and other people can't handle it and all that shit. I fucking hate people like that. Yeah, I guess I mean more in the sense of like mocking things. Mocking things is quite easy and fun. It's like, it's free entertainment, which I need because I have no money. Yeah, so I don't even really know. Now I feel really bad because I'm picking apart this experience that was like a lot of fun for me at the time. Not because I feel like majorly guilty, but just because I thought it was something that I could talk about and it was a way to push the documentary on and like actually do some work on it. And I was going to put the farty footage in anyway, even though it's weird, like it's hard to cut it together. It's not very coherent. We weren't very coherent. We weren't that drunk, but we weren't that coherent. Yeah, so basically, I don't know, for me, like, well, I always feel like I'm just like, oh god, this is so emo. I always feel like I'm this uninvited guest at everything. I mean, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I go somewhere and I don't have anything in common with anybody else, ever. Even if I've invited them there myself and they're my friends. And so I like that. I mean, I'm okay with that. It's funny. But yeah. Could be other people don't find it funny. Which would be kind of sad for me. I mean, it's the major source of hilarity in my life. Incongruity. Which is just as well for me, I suppose. Yeah, that's all I can think to say. My brother got a piano off eBay for like 15p. I hate my parents. I promise that from this point I will stop being awful. Really I will. I'll try so hard. But I can't make it. I can't swear that I won't be in the end.